stop right here, because what I'm about to tell you should be plastered across every major news network in America, and yet, somehow it isn't. Two young men from Texas have been indicted for allegedly plotting to invade an island in Haiti, kill all the men, and enslave the women and children. Yes, enslave. In 2025. And if you didn't hear about this until now, that's not your fault. That's the media's silence doing what it does best. According to federal prosecutors, these two men, just 20 and 21 years old, spent nearly a year planning to take over Gonâve Island. They weren't joking. They allegedly planned to buy a sailboat, stock it with weapons, recruit homeless people in Washington, D.C., and train them to help carry out a violent takeover. And here's the part that makes my eyebrows permanently stuck in "you've got to be kidding me" position. Prosecutors say one of these men joined the U.S. Air Force specifically to gain combat training for this plot. The other allegedly traveled all the way to Thailand to learn how to sail, but couldn't afford the classes. Truly the villains of a bargain bin action movie. And yet, where are the breaking news alerts, the primetime panels, the wall-to-wall coverage? Why isn't every major outlet shouting this from the rooftops? Why is this not a national conversation? Why does it take eagle-eyed readers digging through AP News to even know this happened? Because let's be honest, if this plot had targeted a wealthy nation, if the victims had been people the media prioritizes, if the villains were anyone other than two obscure young men with extremist fantasies, the coverage would be relentless. This would be the kind of story news anchors repeat every half hour with concerned brows and dramatic graphics. But when the target is Haiti, a nation long exploited, ignored, and misunderstood, the outrage evaporates. The silence becomes convenient, and the world shrugs. But this story is deadly serious. Federal indictments allege that these men weren't just daydreaming chaos. They were planning mass murder and sexual enslavement. They are also facing charges of producing child pornography, which prosecutors say involves persuading a minor to engage in sexually explicit conduct. These aren't small allegations. These are life sentence, gut-churning, humanity-questioning charges. And yet, coverage is quieter than a nap in a library. So again, I ask, why are we not seeing this everywhere? Why aren't major networks talking about this non-stop? Why is the public only hearing about one of the most disturbing domestic international crime plots of the decade through scattered articles and niche reporting? Stories like this matter because they reveal who society considers worthy of protection and who is allowed to be harmed in silence. When reporters don't amplify plots like these, they make space for future threats to grow unchecked. We deserve better. Haiti deserves better. The public deserves better. It shouldn't take a handful of determined journalists and one sensible Sioux to force attention onto a case involving violence, exploitation, and vulnerable communities. But here we are, and if the media won't shine the light, then we will. This is Sensible Sioux signing off. Keep it safe and sensible out there, y'all.